You know what, Johan? Who asks to do Robot Hell again? That old piano dub. I gotta level with you guys. I do not remember how to play any of the piano dubs. I didn't really even while I was making them, because I was making so many of them. There are like 300 piano dubs. And I just do not remember how to play any of them. I have to sit down and relearn it. That's just kind of the way it is. There were, I remember when I started streaming, and I really started streaming I started streaming regularly not long after piano dubs started happening. It feels like, I don't remember the exact history, but people would come on to stream and say, hey, play the Steamed Hams piano dub. As if I could play it, that 2 minutes and 45 seconds of pure nonsense on the piano in free rhythm, with no structure, with no visual cues of The Simpsons in front of me, like I just had completely internalized it. And I had to be like, it just doesn't work that way, guys. It's just not how it works. The speech piano dubs are impossible to play. When I was making piano dubs, I would make a speech piano dub, and I would sit down. I did them all basically in one sitting. Because I would sit down and I'd compose it, and I'd learn how to play it, and I'd record it, and then it would immediately leave my brain forever. Because they're so abstract. If you take them away from the context of the scene that they're dubbing, they're just weird abstract pieces of music, virtually impossible to play. You could not write sheet music for them. They just don't translate. That's right, Heather. It would be a trip. I mean, Steve Baddock and I once had that conversation. So Steve Baddock, who is a bassist on YouTube, the most prolific bassist on the whole website, I'm convinced. When we started collaborating, we had that talk, and I still remember this line from him where he was like, it would be a trip to play these live. And for a brief time, we had this thought that he and I and David Dockery, who is a drummer and did some really great drum dubs of like the Always Sunny scene, Charlie explaining the mail. That's an internet classic. We had this idea of could we play these live? And we'd basically have a big screen up behind us, and then the scene playing through a PA system, and then the three of us would be on stage doing the dub live. It would be it would be a crazy piece of performance art. Or, if someone doing a monologue and we're playing a prearranged piece to go along with it. Something like that. But, holy bananas. It's difficult for one person to create that and stay on time. To have 2 or 3 people doing it simultaneously would be absolute insanity. I would do it for a one-off performance. I would never do it regularly. It would be exhausting. Holy cow. At that point, it's can we just play music? You know?